Heavenly love is hidden in the heart of your soul. Beware, keep conscience clear, purify it and grow. In kindness and compassion, forgiveness as well. It is not so easy to change in a better way. Habits so hard to break. If you try, you can be the best version of yourself. It takes time to be aware, to learn how to walk in the light, how to sing a new song and inspire. In joy and consolation, if you try, you can do Thank you so much, Peter Palmer.
Well, good
Came
morning
to the
everyone,
studio.
and it's good to be here in the
Yes.
studio, and
Thank you
always
so
look
much.
forward to coming here to hear you sing and myself playing.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the song I composed yesterday for you, and actually for Peter Palmer, because I knew he comes today, and I was thinking what I'm going to sing if I don't compose some songs. So I took a time to be in a restaurant, and I have delicious meal. I'm not going to tell you what.
Maybe as well.
Yes. And meanwhile, I keep writing the songs, and there's basically a message here that heavenly love is hidden in your heart, but to understand what your heart wants, you need to become kinder and more aware of what your heart letting you know. And so it means less rationalism in your head, because you know how we think. We sometimes not trust each other, and we're trying to, that rationalism working too much. But if you will be like a child, simple and pure, then your heart start activating, and the knowledge of the heart is much more than the brain knowledge. And therefore, lots of people, they do feel consciousness, like you sometimes feel that person is right or wrong. You just feel it, you know that. So we need to work on our heart, how to recognize bad from good, and it also reminds you that it does take a lot of time to change it, become less rationalism and more love and pure heart. Like it's either brain works, either heart works, so you can't just mix them up together. So therefore, habits are so hard to break. Very often we do have habits or bad words we use, or carelessness or some little minor things. They're very hard to break. Therefore, we were given that time to allow us to change. Therefore, we sometimes have very difficult circumstances because we learn through them how to recognize bad from good, and how to act, and how not to overreact, and how to forgive, and how to love more, how to love unconditionally, and all this. And therefore, it said here that the reason, the purpose of us living on a place of this earth, not just really to get more money, to get a flash house, to get better boats, or have lots of children. It's about to learn how to walk in the light. It means to be able to carry that light to the children, to people, and to be useful in multiple ways, that we can support these people and this. And more we're helping people, more we have light, because that light shines brighter.
Yeah,
that light you need to share with people. If you just sit by yourself, think, I've got that light, and you cover it up like that, nobody will get it.
We've got to share the light, yes. Let it shine all over the world.
Yes, and it also suggests us that every person can create a new song, and it may be appalling for you. You maybe say, I can't sing, but every person can sing as they can speak. Surely, if you can speak too much, you can sing, but just you speak slower. That's the song. When you stretch every word out, that's your song. And every person probably knows when they're in the shower, when they're really relaxed, they start singing their own song, or humming it at least. And therefore it reminds you that we all can sing, and later on we will sing eventually anyway. So it's a good time to learn how to sing, or at least to hum in the different ways. And also it said here, enjoy in happiness or in difficult moments. We still have to have the light and be able to help each other. And it said, if we try, we can do everything. It means in our heart we have enormous potential of everything, and we just only need to open it up by acting kindly with the pure intentions to every human being on earth, and every animal, and even the trees and the plants. And then you will have potential, your heart will get open, and then you all of a sudden can sing, and you can that, and you can do, and you can do everything.
No matter what we feel or see or touch, everything's alive. Even the earth is alive.
Yes, we need to consider when we speak to people, whether we hurt them. We need to we need to look at the person, not just see what kind of shirt they have. We need to see, what can I do for a person? Like, oh, maybe I can do a haircut, or maybe they may be hungry, they may be wet. It's the look of the mother on the child. When they see the child, they instantly know the child is hungry, the child is wet, or the child needs some consolation. It's just a little bit like that. We need to learn how to love each other, because heaven lives in our hearts, and we're supposed to help each other, not to allow people to get to the point of depression, and we need to support each other.
It's what you call caring and sharing with others. And what you have, you share with others, and it continues on and on.
And the more we do that, more we have that light, because heaven gives us that light, and we become like basically reflectors of heaven. So when we talk to a person, to Peter Palm, I'll speak in that way. To a little child, I speak to another way. To some other woman who's struggling or have sore leg, I speak to her in a different way. Another person who have heart attack, I'll speak to another way. So as many different people as different approaches to every person. So it shows you that we are capable of more than what we think. Not just talk to everybody. Hi, Mike, how are you? The lady having heart attack, you, hi, Mike, how are you? And then Peter Palm, hi, Mike, how are you? We're not robots. We have to speak to every person accordingly to their condition, circumstances, and what that person need right now to hear. Not what we want to pop in and say, but what do they want us to do for them.
So some of them on the phone, they say, hey, who's hey? Where's hey?
Yes.
Hey's out in the paddock. Dress people nicely.
Yes. This is so important, to address people by their names, because if you want person to really like you, just call them by name, because factually the only thing we have is a name. Because when we die, we take one thing with us, is our name. So when we die, already in next life, we'll be called by our name. That's all we have, really, the name.
We'll have the real name.
Yes, the real name. And we can't take really anything else. And our kind work and good acts, and every time when we did something kind to people, that's all we can take with us. Not the money, not the buildings, not anything else.
Excuse me, I've got to take your throat.
Thank you so much for listening.